What's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Tyler and I have a concert to go to with some of our friends. I'm very excited. I think it'll be a great time. And I thought this was a perfect opportunity to have a little chit chat, get ready with me. We're gonna do the whole thing. I showered earlier and then I put some grapeseed oil in my hair and then just put it in a braid. It honestly dried like the best it ever has in a braid. Pretty impressed. Let's start the very long process of me getting ready. I'm gonna start with makeup. I've got my water right here because I'm so dehydrated. Also, I've got my ring light and my mirror, so I'm sorry if they're in the frame. I'm gonna start by just putting my hair back. I'm having a little bit of a breakout right here, but I put some product on them in a Mighty Patch last night, so they're definitely not as bad as they were, but they're still pretty dark. I got a sample, this little tiny thing right here, of the Dr. Jart, I don't remember what the exact name is, but I'll have a picture on the screen for you. I saw it online, this cream, and it's like a green skincare cream that's supposed to just like take all the redness out of your face, and I have a lot of redness from just acne and scarring and all that stuff. So there was great reviews on this, and I love that it's more of a skincare product instead of another makeup product because I really try to keep my routine minimal. I don't want to use a ton of makeup products just to cover up my acne. And honestly, this sample, I got it because I wanted to make sure I liked the product before I bought it because I think it's like 50 something dollars. This sample could last me forever considering how often I actually get ready. And it honestly does a really great job. It makes me a little pale, but once you add on foundation and concealer, it's not that bad. I wanted to really talk to you guys about like a few different things. One of them being my hormonal acne. I feel like I've brought it up so many times on my channel, but I've never really taken the time to talk about it in depth. This is something that so many people suffer from, hormonal acne. Being 25, I feel like I've hit the point so often of I'm 25, I'm an adult, I shouldn't have acne. I never had acne growing up. Looking back, I can pretty much pinpoint the start of my acne issues to when I got my hormonal IUD birth control. At the time when I was getting the hormonal birth control, I didn't know the effects that hormonal birth control could have on you. I didn't really know how different things can affect you differently, and I was just very uneducated. The doctor that I had that I actually ended up switching from, I feel like I would go to her with questions and issues, and she would really just like brush me off like, oh, this is normal. That's not caused by your hormonal birth control. Like, I brought up my acne on multiple different occasions, and she just always kept telling me that it's not from your birth control, it's not from your birth control, it's not from your birth control. And she really wouldn't listen to me. She wanted to prescribe me more birth control or pills or something. And something that's become really important to me is taking care of my body in as much of a natural way as I can. So when my hormonal acne is flaring up, I don't want to go to my doctor and her tell me that the only answer is more hormones from another type of birth control. I had talked to her about switching to a copper IUD just so that I could not have these hormones in my body. And she told me that it was basically the worst thing ever and that it's not recommended for people that don't have kids, and it's so painful because it's so much bigger. It's gonna make my periods the worst thing ever. And she had a super, super negative opinion on this copper IUD. And she really wasn't budging on it. Like, I would go in there and I would tell her my opinions, and she didn't want to hear any of it. She was too smart for me. She didn't care. I've looked up so many like medical journals and read so in depth into the data just about how hormones affect your body. I knew that I would never clear up my skin if I was on hormonal birth control. So I ended up switching doctors and switched to the copper IUD, and that's been a couple of months now. And while my acne hasn't cleared up, it has changed. All of the spots on my cheeks that are the stereotypical hormonal breakouts those are all pretty much flat now. It left minimal scarring, especially on this side. This is all cleared up. I do get breakouts every once in a while, but they're almost different than any breakouts that I've had before. I'm going in on my under eyes with this Bobbi Brown under eye corrector. Holy grail product, I love this thing. But the biggest thing that switching off of my hormonal birth control has helped me with is getting my period back and seeing and feeling how my body goes through my cycle and seeing how my skin changes throughout my cycle, seeing how my mood changes throughout my cycle. So I've started this thing called cycle mapping, which I've talked about in a few videos, but I haven't gone very in depth. And I'm not a doctor, so like none of this is medical advice. This is just my personal experience. But cycle mapping is basically looking at the 4 phases of your menstrual cycle and kind of forming different parts of your life around what phase you're in, because your mood is different, your energy is different, your emotions are different throughout every phase of your cycle. And finally having a period that I can track, because I'm no longer on hormonal birth control, makes cycle mapping possible for me. And I have brought it into so many parts of my life. I cycle map my workouts, I cycle map my diet, I cycle map my work, my editing, my filming, and it really helps you realize when I need to take it easy and give my body time to just rest and recover, when I'm gonna have really high energy and when I'm gonna be able to get in really good workouts, when my skin is going to be worse, when I'm going to feel more social or less social. It has completely transformed my life. I feel like I understand my emotions better because I see them fluctuate with the phases and I can tell what's going on and I'm able to cope with them more. It has done wonders for my mental health. It has helped me immensely get into a workout routine that works with me and my body, and it's always making me feel good because I know what I need to do to make my body feel good. The most recent thing that I've implemented is cycle mapping my diet, and I don't mean that in like a fad diet or something like that. I have this little chart that I'll throw up on the screen that I found, but it really looks at what nutrients your body is needing throughout your cycle and eating foods to get those nutrients. So I've been doing that and I feel super, super great with it. It's only been a little over a week, but I've been really, really, really liking it. So if you guys are looking for a more natural form of birth control, check out the copper IUD, talk to your doctor, see if that would be a good fit for you. 2, if you have a regular period, I would look into cycle mapping if you struggle with anything related to your period, whether it's emotions or fatigue, skin problems, you know, whatever. I truly love it. I feel like I'm actually really taking care of my body and giving my body what it needs at all times throughout my cycle. I feel so much more productive and motivated now that I have figured out the best times throughout my cycle to film, the best times to edit, the best times to plan and be creative, and it's really helped me on so many different fronts. I accidentally put my color corrector under my eyes before I did my primer, so we're gonna put my primer on now. I'm using this Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I've heard great things about this. I've only used it one other time. Oops. I just let that, whatever this skincare green thing is called, I let that sit for a little bit and then I put my primer on. Tonight we're going to see Steve Aoki with some friends of ours that I haven't seen in a while, so I'm super excited. I'm so excited about my outfit, guys. Watch till the end, or if you get bored, just skip to the end to see the outfit because I'm obsessed with it. And I had to order everything online, had like a mini heart attack that it wasn't gonna come in time, but it did, and it looks exactly how I pictured it in my brain. Isn't that the best feeling ever? When you have this outfit idea or some idea in your head and it works out perfectly and looks exactly like how you wanted it to, the best feeling. Now that I feel like I have a good base, I'm gonna go in with my foundation. I use the Kosas Skin Improving Foundation with SPF 25. I'm in the shade Perfectly Matched, by the way. Light Cool 150. I ordered this online when I did a little beauty restock a few months ago and could not believe that I matched myself perfectly. This is definitely like a lighter coverage foundation, but it is buildable. I think it'll be fine. If I can't cover my acne 100%, it's not that big of a deal. This is more of like, I mean, this is a nighttime thing that we're going to, but I don't really have nighttime makeup. Like whenever I do my makeup, it's usually pretty lightweight and glowy. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you might notice that I've taken a pretty long social media detox, and I must say it was the best thing ever and continues to be the best thing ever for my mental health. It puts me in a weird position being a creator, feeling like I have to be on Instagram and I have to be on TikTok because that's what you do as a creator, but also really trying to prioritize my mental health and finding a balance between the two. I've been completely off Instagram for a couple months now. It's amazing how much more clear-headed, I'm less self-critical, I don't compare myself to others if I'm not constantly scrolling on Instagram. I feel like I go for my phone when I'm bored. Like if I'm editing for a while but I get a little tired and I want a break, I automatically reach for my phone. So instead of grabbing my phone and picking up social media, I've been trying to replace it with other stuff. I've started learning how to play chess, which really just makes me feel smart, to be honest. Like I'm like, oh, I'm playing chess on my phone. Well, that means I'm getting smarter, obviously. Really just finding better options than social media, whether it's, you know, reading, whether it's chess, whether it's just not picking up my phone at all and just sitting with my thoughts and meditating or journaling or working out or doing a stretch or something. I've just been trying to notice when I get bored and notice when I feel that craving of my phone and scrolling, switching it with something that's healthier for me, more productive. I'm going in with my concealer now and just concealing right under my eye and like the corner of my eye. It's weird because I love social media. I love the idea of creating content, and Instagram has pretty much turned into another TikTok, just like everything has. And I wish there was a platform that I felt like was more targeted just towards pictures, because I really enjoy that part of content creation. And it feels like a waste to spend time taking pictures for Instagram when all Instagram pushes is reels anyway. I have come to the conclusion that Instagram is not super great for me. I compare myself to everybody on there, like I'm sure so many people do. I know that social media is not real life. I know that a lot of these are edited, and even if they aren't, it still shouldn't be a thing where I go on and I compare myself to all these girls and I wonder why I'm not more like them. So I've kind of just accepted that Instagram is not super great for my mental health, and I've gotten really used to not having it. I don't have it on my phone. I'll log on every once in a while, like on my laptop, just to check DMs and, you know, talk to some people. Or if I have a specific reason, I'll go on there and get that done, and then I'll be done with it. And it's been amazing. I think prioritizing your health, whether that's mental, emotional, physical, it is so important to me to live a healthy lifestyle. I don't want to sacrifice better mental health for me for some app that I might be able to grow on as a creator. I just don't think it's worth it. Maybe in the future when I feel like I have my mental health more figured out, or I'm more confident of a person, or whatever, maybe a new app comes along. I've been really liking Twitter. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at MirandaMahari22, I think. I'll have it on the screen. And I really like Be Real, and I see that Be Real is like becoming a thing. I'll put my like whatever on the screen if you want to add me on there too. I'm having fun with it. Oh, I don't think I've taken mine today. All right guys, you're in my Be Real. Okay, I need to like get through some of this makeup very quickly, and I noticed that I am procrastinating hardcore. So we're gonna do a little speed round and catch up with some of this makeup. I'm honestly just gonna fill my brows in with an eyeshadow because I don't have a great eyebrow product right now. Those colors do not match my eyebrow, but it's fine. It's all fine. I feel like my eyebrows are questionable at this point. All right, let's do bronzer. Because then after bronzer, I go in and make like a custom concealer. I got that idea from some girl who I don't normally watch. I'd like never seen her videos before, but I saw some big makeup girl on YouTube talk about how she literally mixes like her products to make a perfect concealer shade. So I started doing that to cover up some of my acne. One thing with social media that I've noticed is really helping me, and I think could really help a lot of other girls specifically, but really everybody, is realizing that all of these celebrities that we are so obsessed with are just people. And they edit their pictures and they wear all this makeup and they get all this plastic surgery to look the way they do. But on the inside, they are just regular people. And I can't speak on men because I don't really pay attention to many male celebrities, but we give them so much praise. These female celebrities, a few come to mind. I'm not saying that they don't deserve it, but I really wish we could judge them as who they are as a person instead of this image that we think we know what they're like because this is the image they portray online. As a female, what I would love other females to do is don't give praise to these young female celebrities because we just like their aesthetic and their clothes, and really look at them as who they are as a person and how they portray themselves, and if it's somebody that we would want to actually look up to. And are they actually good people? We'll never know because we don't know them personally. And I feel like it's so important for females to look for positive role models. And I just think society could do a lot better than some of the role models that females have chosen thus far, to be honest. I think it's so hard to find a female role model, and I think there's very few that actually deserve the title as role model. I feel like you don't see women who are smart and intelligent and compassionate and hardworking and all of these things that I personally want for myself. I'm not speaking for everybody, but women like that don't get the praise that these other young women do just for being who they are. Just for being them. The Kardashians, Kendall and Kylie Jenner, Hailey Bieber, the Hadid twins. Like, this is no shade to those women. They're absolutely beautiful. They have amazing style. Their clothes are so cool. They live what looks like an awesome life, but are those the role models that we really want? And I'm not saying they're not smart. I'm not saying they're not any of these things. I just feel like there's so many other women that are doing so many more impressive and important things that deserve the praise and deserve the attention and deserve to be looked up to. And I'm not trying to hate on them. Like, I'm not hating on them. They get enough hate as it is. But it's something that's been on my mind lately. So something that's helped me with my social media is going through and unfollowing people like that. People that I don't want to look up to, that I don't want to be like, I'm unfollowing you. And I'm going through and I'm following females that I am finding that I really look up to and that I want to be more like. I feel like that's helped me with social media, because if I'm gonna go on social media and compare myself to anybody, it might as well be women who I truly look up to and would love to be like one day. That's just my point of view. Okay, let's go back in with some more bronzer. I literally love this bronzer, guys. It's so good. I feel like I don't know how to do my makeup while I talk. So hopefully this turns out okay. Now I wanna go in and I wanna cover up this little dude. So I dig the bottom of my brush into my bronzer just a little bit. And then I just mix it with a little bit of my concealer. I make sure to put powder right along my smile lines because that is the part of my face that creases the absolute worst. And I like using this little brush because I feel like it's so precise. All right, guys, we're making progress. I have truly no idea what to do for eyeshadow. I don't know if I want to do a winged liner. I'm lost. That's too dark. Oh no, what have I done? This might end badly, guys. Maybe if I just continue to blend it out, it'll be fine. Like, I really just wanted a little bit of color on the lid and I ended up with a whole smoky eye. Okay, look at it far away and it kind of looks fine. It's kind of exactly what I wanted. I wanted a little bit darker since it's a nighttime event. Does anyone else hate curling their lashes? My lashes don't even hold a curl that well. Like, I don't know why I do this. I'm using the same mascara again. I love every single product I've tried from them. I try and apply my mascara towards the outer corner of my eye. I feel like it just opens it up a little bit instead of straight up. I feel like that just makes my eyes look rounder. If you guys have been keeping up with the content on my channel, I've been making a lot of like building your basics type of content, and that's because I sat down and I really thought about what type of content I wanted to create, and that is absolutely fashion content. I love throwing in a little bit of beauty and a little bit of health because those things are really important to me too, but fashion is like where I want my career to go. It's been super fun making this fashion content and growing my wardrobe and really finding my style, and things that made that way easier were, one, finding my body type. That's like what got me onto this entire journey, this fashion journey, this building my basics wardrobe journey. I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but I was suggested content on YouTube about the Kibbe body types, and I went down that whole rabbit hole and found my body type, and then I started searching into what kinds of clothes and cuts and fabrics fit my body type the best and what's most flattering. So if you guys are like into fashion or into style or any of that, or you really just want to improve your wardrobe and figure out why some things don't look as good as on you as some things, check out the Kibbe body style videos. I'll leave some channels linked down below that you can watch, but it's super interesting and so helpful. It goes way more in depth than just like, oh, you're an hourglass shape, you're a pear shape, you're an apple shape. It really, really goes into depth and looks into your bone structure, just your height, your lines, everything. It's been so, so helpful. And also finding my color season, looking at my undertones, and just figuring out like what color season I am and what colors look the best on me. It's so obvious when I started to learn about these things. I'm like, yeah, no wonder freaking bright orange is not a good color on me. It all makes sense now. Let's do blush. Say blush again. Say I love you. Sponsor me. Add me to your PR, something. I love your stuff. That is such a good blush. I usually need to tone it down a little bit, so I'm gonna run over it with the foundation side of my beauty blender. Okay, I think this looks good so far. I'm not gonna do my lips yet because they come off anyway as I like talk and drink my water. And I don't know what I wanna do for my hair yet. So we're starting with this plain black dress from Meshki. This literally just came in the mail and I think it might be a little big. My inspo for this outfit is those little like tube dresses with the sheer pants underneath. I think they're so cute and they're so in right now. I saw Allegra Shaw wear it and I see them all over Revolve. I think they're freaking adorable. So I picked up these sheer black pants with like this velvet zebra print on them, and I'm gonna put these on under. Okay, now just wait. I think the dress needs to be pinned a little bit shorter. Like if it was like this short, tell me this is not a look. I'm gonna pin the dress. I think this is better. A little bit shorter, a little bit cuter. Okay, let's add the shoes. I think I'm just gonna go for these basic bitch heels. These are my tried and true. They're so comfy. If I'm gonna be standing all night, I need to be comfy. I know they're like not in style anymore, but who cares? Like, tell me how cute this is. And you can barely see the shoes anyway since the pants are long. And I think the dress fits nicely. Okay, this is the final outfit. I think I just bobby pinned my hair back. I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. I think it looks cute. And then I'm gonna wear this little bag. Cute. Cute. All right, I gotta go. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.